And here we are, back at you, recorded live from Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California. Hi-Fi Stereo by PhanSets. So what's the latest and the greatest?
No fall shows.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Summer tour is over.
Yeah, that's it.
School's back in session.
Yeah, Mexico is the next Phish show.
Have they announced Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they didn't for a long time, and they
Right, and everybody was all like, oh my God, are they going to do it or not going to do
They're
it?
not going to do it. They're just going to go to the Sphere the whole time.
I wish.
No fall tour. No shows till Mexico.
Yeah. We did an episode a long time ago where I seriously backed Mexico. It is a great experience, but it's expensive.
You said it was the Apex Phish experience.
No, Hollywood Bowl is the Apex Phish experience. Mexico is like a great Phish experience. It's a unique Phish experience, because you're not in America.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a beach.
Mm-hmm.
You're staying in a hotel. Your daytime activities are luxe for the most part, and then you're just like, you're on vacation. You go see Phish at night.
But you soured on it.
Well, I just don't think I need to go back maybe go like every 5 years.
Yeah.
You know?
You bailed this last year.
Yeah, it was the right move because then they were going to the Sphere.
Well, that's why you bailed.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
pretty much.
Yeah, I think so.
There's just like a lot.
Yeah.
Feel like there's cycles, ebbs and flows. Of the desire
Of your desire to go to Mexico.
my desire to go to Mexico, and since there's no fall tour,
Since there's no shows from now until Christmas,
fall
until Mexico, I mean.
and summer tour is over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quite a delight, I'd have to say. I mean, I maybe saw the worst shows of summer tour, but they were also good.
If you're a Billy Strings fan, they were the best shows of fall tour.
Right, Mondereen was the worst show of summer tour.
Guaranteed.
But I'm sure everybody had a great time. No
Sure.
offense to anybody. Hopefully none taken. But dicks. It's just, maybe they just maybe the old men just needed a little siesta.
Wait, before we get a deluge of emails,
Yeah.
it's not the last show.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. They just announced their run at the old Pepsi Center.
Yeah.
Up in
United Sky
Albany
Foundation,
just a
fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, I like the Pepsi Arena.
Me too. I haven't been there since I think
20 years.
24 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But when we used to be up around that hood, Pepsi Arena was a good little dip.
Yeah.
Dip down.
Hit the 10? No, the 9.
90, man.
90.
Through New York.
Zing.
Zing.
Right there.
Yep.
Usually in the fall, all the leaves are changing upstate.
Yeah, it was always a bit chilly. It was like September, right?
Or October,
yeah.
early October, late September.
I remember standing outside. I have sort of these vague memories of being outside the building. Well, I also have vague memories of being inside the building. But was it brick?
I don't know.
I feel like there was a brick wall.
There could have been a brick wall.
Something about a brick wall sticks out of my mind. Anyway.
Misty Mountain Hop. They played that at the Pepsi Center.
We were there overlapped,
In
but not together.
Or 99 or something like that.
99 or 2000.
Yeah. It was great.
They had a special guest at one of those shows.
Sunseal?
Sunseal.
Sunseal.
Yes.
Yeah. Funky bitch.
Funky bitch. Exactly. It's coming back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Albany,
great time.
Albany for the win.
I mean, I'm not likely that I'm going, but you never know.
With you, 100%, we'll wait and see if you're there.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
No.
But, sorry, I just wanted to get that out before.
Yeah.
People already started, jumping in the Discord and telling us we're wrong already.
I mean, I'm on Goose Tour now, so...
It is. It's mid-Goose Tour.
Mid-Goose Tour, and a lot of people are a little bit up in arms. They've had their fall tour budget allotted towards Goose.
Oh, and now people got to get to...
And now it's like, what? You said no shows in the fall.
I can't choose between you.
October 25th, 26th, 27th. That's
Peak
Right.
goose to it.
Fall. I don't know.
That's when the geese are flying south.
Exactly. And like now you want everybody to go all the way back up north.
Jeez.
Anywho, I think it's great. You know, Trey has devoted a lot of attention to rehabilitation / facilitation.
Look, I think the Divided Sky work is excellent. I'm
I agree.
super proud of it. I think it's cool. I think there's only like excellence can come from that. I think the name is badass. I think there's no better cause. I think a lot of great things about it.
No, and I think it's important, you know, when you personally have had particular struggles and you have the abilities and the time to, you know, help other people
Totally.
deal with a similar situation, that's like, you know, going to heaven type shit.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, like Divided Sky seems like the spot.
Yeah.
Like post up,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe Trey will come for a visit.
That's what I mean. Like, it's either that or whatever that place in Malibu is. Promises.
Promises, yeah.
Yeah.
We promise you'll get better.
I feel like everyone's always in and out of Promises.
Yeah. They've got a good record.
Don't sue us, Promises. I know you guys do good stuff.
Yes, for sure.
Just kidding.
A lot of very successful stories coming out of there.
Totally.
But why are we here today? I think it is really to discuss the culmination of the 2024 summer tour.
Cherry on top.
Cherry on motherfucking top.
Mm-hmm. Redemption. Summer redemption story.
Summer redemption story. We've already talked Mondereen into the fucking divot, whatever you call it.
A divot.
Yeah,
It's in the divot.
we've given all our opinions there. And then, yes, they took a 2-week break, come back to the house that they built,
A house of tarps.
a home of tarps
Home of tarps.
and stands and zombie gophers and all kinds of incredible things have happened to Dick's over the last 13 years.
It's true.
And here they go again. 4 nights. So they're weeding out all the old folk for the most part. This is a, you know, revitalization.
Yeah, you really do have to saddle up.
Yeah.
If you've made it to Dick's and you still have enough energy for 4 nights, you're a pro.
For sure. You are not messing around. And I think that they showed their appreciation right then and there, like kicking it off.
Whew. I mean, look, they know. I feel like it was like a Mondereen apology tour.
You think?
Was it? I don't know.
I mean,
Read too much into stuff like that, probably.
you can, but that is just like the ways of this, at least
The ways of Phish. The ways of Trey.
the ways of Trey. Like he's like a very emotional character.
I feel like
you
he
know?
knows when he's let people down.
He tries
Even though, I mean, he doesn't really let you down, but, you know, he didn't give it.
he's got his finger on the pulse.
Definitely.
The
Feedback.
fan,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I mean, after doing it for 40 years,
Who knows? That's what I'm
just
saying.
like
They
his-
know.
it's his innate ability to read the room.
Totally.
And they just knocked it out of the park.
Crushed it.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Dick's 2024 is easily in the top 6, maybe 5.
I was waiting for the ranking.
five Dicks of all time.
It's top Dicks. I mean, in the top Dick. It's in the upper echelon.
In Jack's Dick Picks,
Yeah.
this one,
Dick's picks, you mean?
Jack's Dick's Picks,
Yeah, it's in the upper echelon.
is in 2024 is in the upper echelon.
I was poo-pooing Dick's last time we had this conversation, like a year ago, because there's been a lull, a bit of a lull.
Yeah.
I feel like this one run they returned to the spirit of Dick's, which, like, you know, the lore of Dick's was always that like, wow, they fucking just played it down. You know, it was like sick. You can't believe you weren't there. It made people go. People had FOMO. I always wanted to go. It got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they started kind of like not really delivering.
But it didn't matter. People still went.
People still went. People still, yeah. But like I was like kind of teasing on it because it lost a little luster. Like this returned like the holy shit. They blew it out.
Yeah. See, the thing with Dick's, from the get-go, 2011, they set the bar so
That's what I mean.
high for themselves. Like 2011, that run at Dick's is one of the greatest 3.0 runs ever to exist.
Right. You're not like picking a run at a random shed and going like, oh, you can't miss Great Woods or you can't miss fucking whatever. Right. But like Dick's always had this like lore, like, oh my God, they're gonna like throw down and deliver.
Yeah.
Because they did.
And it's amazing that they have developed this pattern, consistency of culminating the joys of summer over Labor Day weekend at the same place every year, which is so compatible for them, for the fan base. It's relatively like accessible from all walks of this country. You know, Denver is a major hub. There's tons of accommodation. The fact that there's no more camping is a bit of a bummer because who doesn't love camping on site?
Because you would have camped.
No. I don't camp.
That's why you don't go anymore.
But some people do.
As soon as they got rid of camping, you were like, I just can't do it.
Well, camping just adds to like the fervor of like the pre and post show.
Totally.
You know? There's just like
there's
way
more about.
Yeah. There's just more, like way more.
There's more mischief about.
More things happening around the outside.
Around the campfire.
Yeah. But the fact that they do it every year and just everybody knows this is coming. You see the same people. Everybody's, this has become a tradition, which there aren't many Phish traditions. I mean, there's like MSG, right, for New Year's.
Yeah, let's discuss the lack of Phish traditions. Okay. All we have is MSG as like home base.
Mexico.
All we have is New Mexico. All we have is Dick's. Clearly, Hollywood Bowl is high on the list.
No, it's
traditions. Okay.
Hopefully, the Sphere becomes a tradition.
Sure.
Let's have a spring
Sphere
blooming
of
this Phish in spring
of the Sphere
in the desert, and then I'll be satisfied.
Right. So your perspective is that, like, as a community, we don't really have that many traditions.
This is the longest standing, I would say, tradition
outside MSG.
And MSG is not even. It's been in Florida, once or twice in the last 13 years.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, New Year's Eve at MSG, there isn't, like, you can't separate that. Like, I don't know what happened with the Florida situation. Maybe they were just chilly. I don't know. They got cold.
Good reason, because like New York in December is not like the best place to be.
Absolutely.
It's also not the worst. Anchorage maybe is worse, and Quebec City probably really cold December.
Yeah. Pepsi Centers probably sucks.
Albany ain't no good. And I'm not complaining about MSG. It's, again, accessible, lots of accommodation, easy to get there. The vast majority of the fan base is in that general region.
Shows? Is that what we're up to now?
I don't know exactly. Probably around there. Anyway, but Dick's.
Sure. Dick's is next.
Just like Phish.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get. And you're going to get one of the greatest runs of the summer, one of the greatest jams of the summer, an incredible bust out that nobody saw coming.
Gulia Papyrus.
Yeah, Guella Papyrus is like, used to be just like sweet. They're playing Guella again, but I think they've only played it once this year.
They haven't played it. This was the first time they played it in like 2 years.
I know.
It's
a similar vibe to MSG because you know that they feel comfortable. They know all the people there. They're coming. It's like coming home for their farewell to everybody after a long, hot, sweaty summer of major efforts.
And mosquito bites.
Mosquito bites.
20 summer mosquito bites in Delaware.
Yeah, exactly. And they came out firing, you know? Every show just felt like it was getting better and better. They didn't have any, like, they didn't need to spell anything. They didn't need to
do anything.
They didn't do anything other than, like,
throw down.
Sabotage.
I can't believe I forgot that.
But, like, that was not anything crazy. It was just...
No, like, it's just like, it was awesome. The cherry on top of the cherry on top.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but even stuff like strange design, like even like they like a stuff that like you just haven't heard in a while. It's nice. Like it was a nice
dog log.
Dog log is it was,
you know, the opening of the run, they not bust out, but they open with cities, which is just like when you hear that to open a run at Dick's.
Yeah, like we're getting
you
started
know,
in the right gear.
Good things are happening. You know it.
Yep.
They set the tone right away. And just kept going, and didn't stop. And even dad rock jams, everything was tight. Sure, there's flubs and whatnots here and there, but I actually enjoyed couch touring these shows.
They were great, and like you said about Sabotage, which I don't know why it slipped my mind for a moment, but like, wow, I mean, that's just like the energy, you know, like Sabotage, and then Twee Prize is like just a really excellent way to close out a tremendously well-earned 4 nights,
and a extended Twee Prize.
Yeah, the jam Twee Prize,
right?
It was like 6 minutes.
Yeah,
instead of 2.
Yeah,
I know.
They didn't want it to end.
I know. That's what I mean. They were just like, Sabotage, and we're just gonna keep playing Twee Prize until the sun comes up. 6 minutes. That's all you get out of Twee Prize.
And it seems like the encore, the last night of Dick's, like there are sometimes, I think there's mixed emotions by the band. You know, they've had such a fun summer. And they really want to go out with a bang. Mm-hmm. And they do crazy shit. And it's great.
They have done crazy shit.
And I just think, like, they're probably excited to get off the road. So there's another level of joy. Not that they're happy.
They earned it.
They've done such a great time. They've had such a great summer being together.
They made so many people
doing great things, making so many people happy.
And that's why you jam Twee Prize. That's why you get a 6-minute Twee Prize, is because they're just like, come on,
just keep it going.
Just keep it going for just a little bit.
Just do it all over again.
Because when we stop, we're done. Like when we stop, we're done for secretly Albany, but we're done.
We're done until New Year. But no. So, everybody book your flight.
Wait, you raised a good point. What are they doing for New Year's?
They haven't announced anything for New Year's yet. But, I mean, what would they do?
Well, they have to do.
I mean, they're going to play in New York at Madison Square Garden because that's the tradition.
Right. I know. I just realized they haven't announced that. You know, they got Mexico in the books, but they weren't going to end the year with no MSG.
I mean, people got their rooms booked. You know? They got their bots ready to snag ticks on the drop. You know?
First it was the Taylor Swift fans, and then it was like the Oasis fans next. Like all these like people that just, you know, people are just coming to terms with the fact that it absolutely sucks buying tickets from Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
You know, it was like our Sphere experience. Like everyone's like, hey, that's not fair. Like, why are these tickets so expensive and unavailable?
Yeah. I wish that they
did more lottery.
Me too. And the lottery was allotted to
actual fans
who had,
because you had a little like for the Phish, for the Sphere lottery, you had like a stat that you got. I don't know if you can repeat it, but you had a little insight into how many people, how many requests they had for the Sphere lottery, which is clearly not human.
Right.
inhuman amount of requests.
Inhuman amount of requests.
And in like not Phish fans solely. Let's put it that
because
way.
I think a lot of people who are Phish fans are using many people's names and credit cards on the chance.
Yeah, they'll do like
that they're going to get hit, right?
Totally.
Everybody's putting in 4, 5, 6 submissions.
Requests,
Mom,
and their
dad, sister,
yeah.
best buddy who doesn't give a fuck about Phish. You know, I'll pay you back. Let me just use your name and your individual credit card number, and on the hopes that I could get something.
Yep.
But that's why there should be, which has been done by a number of bands, like a fan club.
Like an insider, verified, kind of like you actually want to go to the show.
Exactly. This is exactly what Pearl Jam does, right? Yep. You're part of their fan club. You're verified. You are going to get decent tickets. Like there is a very, very high likelihood that if you hit the parameters, and they have like a hierarchical system, the longer you've been a fan in the fan club paying like your nothing dues, you get access to certain things and you're verified. So you get tickets to the show. You don't have to go and ask your friends and family to submit for the lottery and cause a whole hullabaloo. And literally Phish could sell out every show like that to actual people who want to go to the show. No doubt. Especially if you're playing in Albany. You know? Like, how many people are going to be buying secondary tickets to Albany because we got scooped up?
I mean, look, our Sphere ticketing experience is not the same as like a summer tour ticketing experience. Like, I get that.
Totally. But like when they do a 4-night run at MSG, it's hard to get those tickets.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to pay for them.
Extra.
That's what I mean. Like extra.
Exactly.
Like, they're not into that. Nobody's into that.
Yeah.
Nobody who actually cares about the music is into that one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's an opportunity for them to become slightly more innovative. You know, they really were innovative in the old days, right? When they, you know, demanded that they did tickets by mail, and they withheld, you know, whatever was a reasonably large percentage of tickets that they withheld to do lottery.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was innovative at the time. They didn't just like outsource it completely to Ticketmaster and like, you know,
free for all.
Yeah. Like what was that music store we used to go to? Like Tower Records and stuff, get tickets, and it was so weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're just kind of in
machine.
Ticketmaster, like red light.
And I don't know if that's
machine
by choice or by necessity, you know, because all these venues,
I know they're all vertically, you can't even play them.
Exactly.
I mean, it's, well,
and I'm sure
there's an active,
and I'm sure that they've worked very hard to negotiate the deal to have the amount of tickets that they do allot to the lottery, you know, because most bands do not. They do something having the lottery.
Yeah, totally. I'm just saying, like, I think, you know, that there is an opportunity for them to like elevate their creativity, but you're right. They're probably locked out because they're just in the stack, the Ticketmaster stack.
Yeah.
You know, a venue lock-in, which, you know, we'll see what happens when it all shakes out and Ticketmaster gets busted up. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. Like the fan club thing. I mean, there's so many. You know, Trey even talks about it. He looks out at the audience and he knows so many people that it's like, I can see my friends. I can see my friends' friends. I can see people I've seen for 30 years standing in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's very,
you know, they know that it's a very familiar crew, and it can't bring them any pleasure to see the insanity that like people have to jump through sometimes to get
into a show.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think they're doing their part. You know, I think that there's always room for improvement, but they're by far not the least innovative, but not the most either. So we'll see what they do. You know, the packages for the Sphere, and it's just like the allotment for packages. Maybe it could be slanted as like we're trying to help everybody out by getting them a room in Vegas right next to it. But like,
You overpay.
I know.
I mean, you overpay for the luxury of, although, you know, we had some friends that did obviously do packages for Phish, and it ended up being
Way better.
almost better because the ticket prices got so insane that it was. But I, you know, learning from that, I got scared, and I did for one of the Dead & Co weekends a package, and then was just like left feeling used.
Yeah.
It's a nice word, because there wasn't the same escalation in ticket price, obviously, because they played 9,000 shows. And all I did was just like significantly overpay for a room I didn't want to stay in.
Yeah.
And overpay for tickets that I could have bought for $4.95, like floor,
Yeah.
you know, from Ticketmaster directly or anyone else. So
You live and you learn.
you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. And, you know, it's constantly evolving. But hey, that's part of the fun, I guess.
I know we're talking about dicks still, but the worst part of the Sphere is the Palazzo, like Venetian situation.
That there's any sort of association.
There was like this association. Like I had to stay at the Palazzo when I didn't, you know, I did the ticket package, and I was like, all right, like it's not that bad, and it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad, but
But
it's not first choice.
it's not to my taste.
Yeah.
But
But that's okay.
yeah,
We learned, and hopefully we'll have another opportunity to take a stab at our Phish Sphere experience.
ooh. So Phish announces a new Sphere run. Do you jump on the package, or do you just let it ride?
I'm not getting a package.
I'm not getting a package either. Tickets ended up working out in the end.
Yeah. For the most part. You know, there was a few flubs here and there,
Right, there was a few flubs.
like StubHub.
StubHub failed. If anyone I know who got failed,
It was
by
StubHub.
StubHub.
By
Let
StubHub.
down by StubHub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, SeatGeek, if you're listening, we love you.
We do.
We really do.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs.
Um,
Anything else? Any other news? Well, we've got a few shows coming up around in LA.
did we?
Yeah, we got
J-Rad.
Goose.
Yeah. I keep getting notifications like ticket prices are down 33%. Buy now. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait till the last second.
That's a good
I
move.
might not even go.
I don't have tickets. I'm definitely going.
I mean, obviously I'm going to, but like I'm gonna pretend I'm not until that day. When is it? It's coming up.
Yeah, it's like September 27th or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, soon.
And speaking of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard,
Yeah.
they are having a summer tour. Speaking of summer tours that delivered what, like peak performance.
Yeah. But you're not allowed to go to King Giz if you're a Phish head.
Oh, I know. We've ruined it for them.
I know.
We have.
Yeah.
It's an insufferable group that has latched onto that band.
Right.
But like they are having a summer tour of epic proportions. I mean, they are really on a meteoric rise. You know, starting 3 summers ago, maybe, right? When they really started to like latch into the
When Trey went to see them.
Look, I'm like that's what I'm excited to see what happened, because I had so much fun at the Hollywood Bowl when they played that, like, what do they call them? Those epic sets, those like marathon sets.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. They zigged and zagged us all over the place. And when they left the stage, I was like, Jesus, that was like, I don't know what I really saw, but man, I loved it.
Yeah. Well, they're playing at the Forum this time.
I know. So, but I'm just saying that I am looking forward to it. And like people are reporting that this tour is firing on all cylinders for them.
For sure.
So that's
It should.
exciting. Whereas like, what are people saying about Goose Tour? I mean, I know the Goose Honkers or whatever they're called they love it. Just same with the string cheese people that have been like dangling around there for 30 years. Like, I get it. Are they actually having what's happening?
I don't know, but from like the rumblings I've heard, yeah, in the corner of my eye on social media about Goose, like the little things I hear here and there, it seems like they are really stretching out their jams. Like they're really jamming every song.
Like everything's a 40-minute jam.
Yeah.
Everyone's bingo card is plus 20.
They're going like 20, 25, 30, on a lot of songs. That's like their forte now. They're just going deep, deep, deep. But are they just skimming across the surface?
Well, I guess we'll find out, because I think my impression when I've seen them is that the jams are fun, you know? Like, it's not a bad band to see at all.
Definitely not.
But in those jams, was magic happening, or were we just kind of like jamming? Like, what was it? Was there like
I think
magic?
it was a combination of both. We haven't seen them for a year now.
I know. So
let's see where they're at. They got a new drummer.
Yeah.
You know what a new drummer can do for a band?
Sure.
Me neither.
Ask Jay Lane.
Yeah. Well, Jay Lane did the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I look, obviously I'm open-minded. It will be fun. I just like don't actually, I don't know how, yeah.
You don't care.
I kind of don't care, but I'm not going to like let them come and then not go. Like, I'm not going to let them come and go to LA.
You said so many times that like if they come to LA, we'll go see them. So I guess we gotta go see them.
We have to go see them, but I'm honestly not like super stoked.
I know, and I think we said the same thing last year. And then afterwards we were like pleasantly surprised that it was like a fun night.
I had a great time when I saw the last time.
Yeah. We had a great time. It was fun.
Woo! Yeah. All right.
All right. So
See you, Goose.
we'll be goosing it up.
Okay, mate.
Bye.